I'll yield now. I see Mr. Reschenthaler is back. Mr. Reschenthaler.
Thank you, Chairwoman Lee. And I just want to say thank you for your flexibility. As you know, we had a Rules Committee meeting, so I appreciate your willingness. Let me jump on and off. So thank you. So as folks know, I'm from Pennsylvania, and we're the 5th largest state. It's not a coincidence that we also have the 5th largest death count of fentanyl poisoning. It's a huge issue that cannot be overstated. So to prevent Americans from losing their lives due to fentanyl overdoses, I offered an amendment in fiscal year 22's National Defense Authorization Act, which required countries that are significant sources of illicit fentanyl to be included on the majors list. So the U.S. can withhold certain foreign aid to countries on that list if they don't work to stem the tide of illicit fentanyl exports. Deputy Secretary Walsh, what is the status of implementing my provisions, adding countries that are significant sources of fentanyl to the majors list?
Thank you, Congressman. Yes, we're in the process of implementing that law. Fortunately, because of the time we had to do the report this year, we didn't have the time to go to the full scope of looking at all the countries that are fentanyl producers or traffickers. With that said, we've identified this issue, and so we actually have a section in our answer, if you've had a chance to read it, that highlights the countries and the fentanyl trafficking routes. And so our intent is to fully implement this in the next year's report and use this as a diplomatic tool as well.
Do you feel like you have sufficient resources to do this, or do you need new requirements at all?
We believe we have sufficient resources to do this. Yes.
Okay, I know in your opening statement or one of the early questions you had mentioned Mexico is producing illicit fentanyl, but I would submit that China is still a major issue with this. I know that China was absent from the list. What's the justification for not including China here?
I'm sorry, Carlos, can you clarify your question? Including them in what? I just wanted to...
Sure, in the majors list. So I know China is not included on the majors list.
Yeah, that was actually a legal argument. The legal requirements for who we can look at, it was not updated in time for us to look at them. So we will take a look at that the next year with the new law.
So you plan to include China on this year's?
That is the majors list is a decision of the president. So I would have to defer to the process before I can make any recommendations.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it, Chairwoman Lee. Thanks again for your flexibility, and I yield back.